Yo, what's up you guys? So, I'm here with the player parry system. So, it will just be these three rows of commands here. These are for my last tutorial for mobs. So, this will be on my previous video, but today we're going to do player parrying. So, whenever you crouch, it'll spawn a shield, and then it will go away after a couple seconds. And then eventually you'll hear a beep. And when you hear that bum bum, that's when the shield is back and you can do it again. So I'm gonna show you just an example. I have my test dummy here. So as you can notice, I hit him, does damage to him. Now if I have him crouch and I punch him, then that'll parry me. It gives me slowness and weakness. And I have it to where if they are crouched, the cooldown won't go away. So as you'll notice, the shield isn't activating. But once he uncrouches, the cooldown will start decreasing. And then whenever he is ready to parry again, he just crouches. And if I hit him, it does the parry. So what it does is it detects when that shield is broken during that timer. And if that shield breaks, then it will activate all that stuff. And I'll show you that in a second. But here is me using it. So I'll show you now. So if I crouch, I'm going to have him hit me when I crouch. So as you noticed, I crouched. It gave me strength and speed, and it damaged him and moved him back. So I'll show it one more time. So I'll have him hit me. So as you can see, it does half a heart of damage. And once he parries me, then it will start doing more damage because of the strength that he has. So that's the parry system, and it works for mobs too. I can show an example here. Let me get a husk. Now he's hitting me, as you can see, hits normally. Now if I want to parry the mob, crouch, parries him. Now he's slowed, and I get strength, so I do extra damage. So that's the parry system. I will get on with the commands now. So we're gonna get started. So here, I'm gonna go through all the commands. So for the first row, you're gonna want it on a 5 tick. As you can see, I'm just gonna go through all of these really fast. This one's gonna be a 7 tick for this command here. And don't worry, I will go in depth with each command and what you should change if you want to make something better. This one needs to be 1 tick. Moving on, this is the timer. We're going to want this on a 25 tick. And here is the cooldown. You're going to want this on a 20 tick. 20 ticks is 1 second, by the way. And then this is going to be a 12 tick. This is for the little chime that plays whenever your parry, this is a 4 tick, whenever your parry is off cooldown and it is ready to use. There is a glitch, by the way. I will show you it here. Whenever the beep goes off, there's a glitch where if you stay crouched, it will keep beeping like this. If you want to fix it, just uncrouch and crouch again. If you just give it a second, if you crouch again, it'll activate normally. It's just a glitch with the Minecraft's like delay. The reason why I don't have this on activate for 0, because it'll activate for all players. So I have it on 1. So if you're crouched, since this has it to where it doesn't decrease the timer if you're crouched. If you want to make it so it doesn't do that and it decreases the timer, if you just follow my cursor. If I scroll here, so right here where my cursor is, if you delete from the dx equals 0 all the way to the at s, and just delete all of that, then that will get rid of the if crouched thing. So that'll make it so it'll do it no matter what, not if they're not crouched. Now we're going to move on. This is the other play sound. Now onto the parry activate. 0 tick for this. And this is the first one. As you'll notice, these are all pretty much just copy and paste. Once you just do the first execute, the first part of the execute, it's honestly just pasting the same thing. over and over. The only thing that changes is just the command after run, which you'll notice in all of these. And here is all of this. So this is on a 1 tick delay, which I don't know why it is, because this is on a 0 tick, so this tick honestly doesn't matter, but you might as well just make that 1 tick. But doesn't really matter, I guess. So that was all the commands, and I will go in depth on all like every single command, so I can explain, like, if you want to change something, I'll show you how. Alright, so starting at the first one, this detects if the player is crouched, and if their timer is on 0 and their parry is on 0, then it just sets it. This is just a play sound, so it does a play sound for everyone in a 6 blocks radius. Then this sets their timer to 2, so this is 2 seconds right here, or a little over 2 seconds, because this right here is on a 25 tick. If you want that as 2 seconds, you would make this a 20 tick. Going back, I have the cooldown set to 6 seconds. This is 6 seconds because the command here is 20 ticks. So this will be 6 seconds for the cooldown on the parry. And this is the shield. So whenever you're crouched, it gives you the shield. This right here, just have it on a 1 tick. This is just setting their parry to 0. And then this gives all players the parry timer and then 0. And now moving on to this, here's the timer. So it just adds, or it adds -1 to their, you can just do remove instead of add, but I just do add -1 because it just is easier to tell if it's remove. And then this, in case they have a like an arrow instead of a shield, like an arrow or anything like that, this isn't compatible with any like shield combat. This is its own thing. You can't use shields at all with the system. But if you have like an arrow in there, it won't remove it. So if their thing is on, like if there's something in their offhand, then it will, or if there's nothing in their offhand, for example, if it's just a shield in their offhand, it'll remove it. But if there's something else, then it won't remove it. But this is just so if they're not crouched, like after their timer's over, it just removes the shield like that. So that's what that does. And then the cooldown here, again, I already explained the crouch thing here. And then this is just the play sound for these. And so for the activate, whenever the player activates it, they won't have a shield. If their timer is 1 or more and they don't have a shield in their offhand, meaning it was broken before the timer hit 0, then it'll activate all this, is how this works. So these are just play sounds. I already showed you these. Moving on to this, this is just slowness 3 for 3 seconds. It affects the nearest entity. C = 1 is the nearest entity in a radius of 8, and if their timer isn't 1 or more, but that's kind of what that's for. And then that's another thing. This just gives them weakness 3 for 3 seconds. This here gives the shield user strength 2 for 3 seconds and speed 1 for 3 seconds. Now with this, this damages the nearest entity. It does 0 damage because all it's meant to do is, it looks like it damages the player, but it doesn't actually hurt them. It just knocks them back, basically. And this is the particle. Whenever you hit them, it did that, like, Ravager Roar particle. That's what that is. And then this just sets their timer to 0 whenever they activate their parry. So, yeah, that's how you make a parry system. Honestly, not too complicated when it comes to setting it up. It works on everything that can break your shield. So if it breaks your shield, then it will be affected by the parry. So as you notice, that chime came back. So whenever I hear that chime, I can use it again, and then break it, and then I get strength, and it's easier to kill him. So yeah, that's how you make a parry system. I hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you guys for watching. Any questions, comment below. I'll answer them the best I can. Thank you guys.